Yo, we pumped up here today, yo. We pumped up. We all the way up. All the way up. We so pumped up here today. Listen, man. We went from what's your why to knowing intimately what's the Father's why. That's right. Y'all know E.T. the hip hop preacher, Eric Thomas, is in Orlando, Florida right now. We linking up tomorrow. But when we started out on this journey, y'all know E.T. is the father of what's your why? What's your why? Meaning, what's your purpose? What's your reason for doing what you're doing? What do you have carrying? What are you carrying on your back that motivates you and makes you get up every single day? And if you don't have a why, then that probably explains why you're only going 70%, 80%. And that probably explains why you're not successful. And we have run with that and run with that, and we have mentored and we have empowered and we have developed. But we on a whole nother dimension right now. We on a whole nother dimension. Cause it's about growth. It's about growth. It's about new being, new creature, transformation, growth. So even if you reborn, we talking about the birth of the USA royal nation. If at birth you master what's your why, the growth, the ultimate is mastering what's the Father's why. What's the Father's why? What's the Father's purpose that he gave you that's on your back, that you carrying, that should motivate you to get up every day and give 120%? What's the Father's why? The Father's why is already laid out. He stated, the Father's why is yes. The Father's why is Y.E.S, not W-H-Y. What's the Father's why? The Father's why is yes to all of his promises. Yes. That's your purpose, because he promised it. The vision, my people perish for lack of vision. I promise, yes, I'll give you the vision. My people perish for lack of knowledge. I promise, yes, I'll give you the knowledge. What's the Father's why? Give us this day our daily bread. Yes. What's the Father's why? What's the reason that we've been getting up for 21 years grinding? Because the Father's why guarantees that we're going to get a second breath. Hold up. Y'all ain't with me. Hold up. He said the race is not given. The race that we running is not given unto the swift or to the strong, but to he that endures. So what's the Father's why? That when you going through the midst of the endurance race, that you have to endure to the end to win, he has promised, yes, you will get a second wind. All you got to do is breathe. My main man, stillborn, the revelator of alienation. We live in this world, not of this world. This world is not our home. Said one of the hardest lines in hip hop ever. He said, the enemy, he wants to cut off your spiritual life support and abort your every righteous thought, but you're bought with the precious blood of the Lamb. Maintain and I catch you in the promised land. He wants to cut off your spiritual life support and abort your every righteous thought, but you're bought with the you're bought? Bought with what? Bought with them stripes. Bought with what? He wants to cut off your spiritual life support. We already know. We already know. We've been living through. Father's wise that you breathe. Catch your second breath. See, he gave Adam. He breathed into Adam's nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. If you want to finish the endurance race, all you got to do is breathe. Take your second breath. The breath of life. Take the second breath. Stop holding your breath. He wants to cut off your spiritual life support and abort your every righteous thought. But you're bought with the precious blood of the Lamb. Maintain and I catch you in the promised land. Breathe. Oh, man. Hold on. My other connection just dropped. Man. Fine, I'm just gonna finish it and put it up. So, we talking about the birth of the USA Royal Nation. All right. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show y'all something. This right here, that's the divine shadow. And I'm gonna break down something for you later on. And everything I'm talking about has to deal with an attack on this. An attack on this. The banking system and the financial system has bet against this. Has bet against their pursuit of happiness. Remember, this is a race. It's an endurance race, right? The pursuit of happiness. All men are created equal and given their inalienable rights, meaning an alien invading nation or country cannot come in and take away these rights. The rights to what? Liberty, life. First of all, life. That's why we started off talking about breathing. No alien invader can come into the USA, set up shop, rig a system, undercut, rob, steal. It says the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. That's exactly what alien invaders have done. The Declaration of Independence says, given inalienable rights by your creator. The rights to life. Breathe. Take your second breath. Even though the alien invaders want to cut off the spiritual life support. Life, liberty, freedom. Not slavery, freedom. And the pursuit of happiness is a race. So what has happened? We're not competing. Nobody's competing. Except us. Nobody's competing. It's a race, it's a competition. It's a competition to finish. And he said, if you just endure the attack of the alien invaders, if you just cross the finish line and don't drop out, it's about dropout prevention. We have invested in dropout prevention, not drop out of high school prevention. That's what we started at 21 years ago. We started with drop out of high school prevention. But even if you stay in school and even if you get educated, if you look at society, you got all of these brainiacs with PhDs and masters and doctors and lawyers and all of that who done totally dropped out of the ultimate competition. And they losing. The alien invaders got everybody chasing the wrong things, and the finish line and the racetrack is going in a totally different direction. The pursuit of happiness racetrack is this is the way. Run in it. Straight up. So we simply here to compete. We simply created a system, just like they created a system and put a team together to compete for the resources, for the crown, for the throne, for the titles, for everything. We put a team together. We put a system together. They created cryptocurrencies. And because our royalty can be traced back to ITB when he said, "Let there be light," we still dealing with the same ITB creation currency. And then Abraham Lincoln, when he saw the same alien invaders, he simply implemented the same greenbacks that we implemented. He simply implemented greenbacks and gave the USA royal people, independent, sovereign, standalone nation, their own currency, and they flourished. And he said, go compete. My soldiers, I'm going to pay my soldiers. We're going to tax the alien invaders coming in. They're going to have to pay the taxes to bring in their goods in these greenbacks. And we're going to take the tax as we tax them for even coming over here and trying to conduct business. Yeah, you could come conduct business and tap into this prosperity, but you're going to pay. Compete. We ain't here to go to war. We ain't here to revolt. We ain't here. All we here to do is demonstrate our dominance. We dare anybody. Step up to the line and compete. Anybody, any nation that wants to come over here and claim their heritage and their legacy, come on, get up to the line. Let's go. That's what this is about. And because he sold us this vision years ago, we volunteered as a family and enlisted with the Eric Thomas Break the Cycle movement. We volunteered and enlisted with SPI's Baymac, that's Spider Local G Unit. We volunteered and signed up and enlisted because these individuals are were the poster children saying that you could come from anywhere, especially SPI in the communities and the slums that we going into, to have a person on the label at G Unit, to have a person that you could turn on Cold Case, scene pop up an episode for Cold Case, turn on another sitcom, you see the movie Parole with Master P and Raj from Good Times and from What's Happening, and then when you see him in the hood, he's standing up saying, listen, man, be about my manhood at all costs, Baymac. Be about my mankind at all costs, Baymac. Be about your money at all costs. If the money you got to make has to come at the expense of your brother, that ain't good money. If the money that you making got to come off of the shedding of the blood, like the alien invaders that come here and want to take the land and pillage the land, nah. I'm not doing them no favor. I'm not doing them no favor. We're going to Baymac together, and we're going to compete against them. And it's enough profits around here for all of us to eat together. And if the alien invaders want to come and compete, head up, mano and mano. No rigging of the system. No moving of the goalposts. Straight up, mano and mano, honest trade, honest trade. They claim that's what the free markets is about. Good, fair competition. We're going to look at some stuff. And y'all tell me if this is evenly distributed, if this is fair. And because it hasn't been, we've applied the same principle that Abraham Lincoln applied. If the banks are betting against you, introduce your own currency. They are the currency. Something called Hollywood Sweat Steam Equity. Hollywood Recreational Sweat Steam Equity. Recreation, sweat, steam, science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Yeah, you heard me. Hollywood is where you get tried in the fire and purified. When you're running that race, yeah. Ain't no couch potatoes in Hollywood. Ain't no kids sitting up all day, sitting up on video games. That's what they want to train and program the whole generation to do, so they don't tap into none of their sweat equity. And they can control their lives and their livelihoods. All right, here we go.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy E.T. Y'all. I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Now, a lot of y'all know, look, this year was my initiative, right? The school initiative. I was like, look, there's a lot of negativity going on. Your boy E.T. coming in. I'm getting ready to do this thing. And so we did teacher training. Yep. Orlando Public Schools, we coming. Yep. We did assemblies. We got kids ready for tests. But this is the best thing that ever happened in my life. Orlando Public Schools, OCPS ACE, and Jones High. I'm coming. I'm calling all parents. I'm calling all community supporters. I'm calling all teachers. I'm calling all students. I'm calling all coaches. Look, I need y'all to be there. We're having a success and wellness night. This has never happened to your boy E.T. I either do parents, I either do students, or I either do teachers. Now we bringing everybody together. And this is why I'm pumped, y'all. Yep, we're going to be playing basketball. Yep, there's some track and field and some Olympic stuff. Yep, it's a STEM center, STEM and math center, right? So we're going to be getting your babies ready for that next level. But this is why I'm pumped up, y'all. I'm pumped up because I've been grinding and grinding and grinding, and I've been asking for help, right? And finally, y'all, that's right, finally, AT&T. That's right, AT&T is partnering up with your boy E.T. AT&T of Florida, they partnered up, so you want to be there. We're giving away, yep, I can't tell y'all what we're giving away, but AT&T is coming to show love. They're giving away some stuff, guys. They're going to give away some equipment to the kids. Look, just get there. It's your boy E.T. Orlando Public School District. I'm coming. We got 7 days, all right? We got 7 days. It's the 7-day countdown. I will see you there. No excuses. Get off, take a day off work. Do whatever you got to do, but get in the building. It's your boy E.T.
So once again, my man back in the building, Orlando, Florida. And I just want y'all to know, I see that. That says Break the Cycle 2003. Break the Cycle, Omaha, Nebraska, 2003. This is Break the Cycle 2006. Yeah, me and E.T. right here. This is Crenshaw High School now in Compton, California. You see all the people who came out. This is 2006. So in 2003, I saw a vision. E.T.'s approach to breaking the cycle was education. My approach to breaking the cycle was recreation and family. And SPI's approach to breaking the cycle was the arts, music, film, productions. So when we get to Compton at Crenshaw High, I reach out to SPI, who's already signed to G Unit. This is SPI right here, G Unit Records. Spiderlope, G Unit. Reach out to SPI. Because if you're going to transform the slums, which is the cycle that we chose to fight against and break, the generational poverty, the generational curses of broken families, the number one cause of families breaking up is finances. the number one cause of crime and violence in slum dwellings across the world is a lack of economic empowerment. Simply changing the economic game like Abraham Lincoln did on the alien invaders in his day will end the war on poverty, end the war on the families, end the war on crime and violence, end the drug war. Simple access to economic empowerment that is not controlled by the alien. He said, all men are created equal and given inalienable rights. Ain't no right to free speech. Ain't no right to protest. That's the alien invaders coming in and then rewriting the rights after they've taken or made you think they took they can't take nothing if you competing. If you are competing and you have the tools and the resources to compete, they can't take nothing. They can only take that which you lay down, which you leave behind, that which you throw away, that which you forfeit when you drop out of the race. We just calling our people to compete. So when I saw E.T.'s vision for breaking the cycle through education, which he was doing, then I get to Compton, I'm in SPI's hood. SPI is already standing up. The first thing you got to do to be able to flip the slums is you got to take back control of the narrative. You can't let the alien invaders, if you're going to compete, you can't let them control the narrative. That's the story that they telling about you. And you certainly can't let them control your image. So we said, we need a poster child who could stand up in the midst of the crime and violence and say, nah, we're not going down that road. Who could stand up in the midst of a created, manufactured culture of death, where I see you in a certain neighborhood with a certain affiliated with a certain set, and I automatically have to be your enemy. That's the narrative that they told to prevent you from competing. That's the images they gave you to compete you from running a race and winning. And SPI like, yeah, you could, yo, you trying to transform, you trying to make a difference, you trying to break a cycle, you trying to break the generational curses of poverty. Yeah, I'll be the model. I'll be the spokesperson. I'll be man enough to stand up and go back into my same hood where we've been doing all of those things that they've been saying. And because I got a platform and I got a spotlight right now, there's no bigger spotlight when Fifth sat down the game and signed SPI. Young Buck shot Shorty Wanna Ride With Me video in LA. That's when he got signed. No bigger spotlight. He gonna stand up in the midst of the spotlight. Say, we're gonna Baymax. We're gonna get this money together. Now, if you are a clown, if you are one of these industry clowns, then of course you don't deserve to be in my circle. But I'm not out here just banging on cats just because y'all say they a different set. This your culture. This, yo, come on, man. Nah. But that's life. Half of these cats that you see, they shouldn't be in your circle. And you shouldn't allow them to come in your circle. That's being a man. Baymac. Be about your manhood at all costs. Some weak, spineless, do anything for a dollar men out here. And they don't deserve to be in a circle. So, from that time to this, 21 years later, we celebrate. Because now we're about to launch a generation of our children that we raised. Going into these same hoods, breaking the cycle. Going in the same hood, standing up like men and women. Be about your motherhood at all costs. Be about your mankind at all costs. And be about your money. Get that good bread. That bread of life. Just breathe, y'all. We'll be back. It's a web series. We're going to keep building on it. Just planting the seed. We'll be back.